The thorns we endure in life are but shadowed by the precious petals of a rosy outlook. To shine your brightest light is to be who you truly are. I can't understand why people are frightened of new ideas. I'm frightened of the old ones. Hope is such a beautiful word, but it often seems very fragile. Life is still being needlessly hurt and destroyed. You must work in the dark for your light to shine. I am ignorant of absolute truth, but I am humble before my ignorance, and therein lies my honor and my reward. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. I just want someone to hear what I have to say, and maybe if I talk long enough, it'll make sense. To learn something new, you need to try new things and not be afraid to be wrong. Even a mistake may turn out to be the one thing necessary to a worthwhile achievement. I am struck by how sharing our weakness and difficulties is more nourishing to others than sharing our qualities and successes. The nourishment of body is food, while the nourishment of the soul is feeding others. All those who try to unveil the mysteries always have tragic lives. At the end, they are always punished. People have only as much liberty as they have the intelligence to want and the courage to take. I prefer you to make mistakes in kindness than work miracles in unkindness. I can chase you, and I can catch you, but there is nothing I can do to make you mine. Never again will I underestimate the greatness inside of me just because of the hate and limited thinking inside of others. To become a master at any skill, it takes the total effort of your heart, mind, and soul working together in tandem. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. Sometimes you just have to jump out the window and grow wings on the way down. Like poetry, fashion does not state anything. It merely suggests. Everything that happens before death is what counts. I knew I was alone in a way that no earthling has ever been before. Once war becomes a clash of absolutes, there is no breathing room for mercy. Absolute truth is blind truth. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. I was bold in the pursuit of knowledge, never fearing to follow truth and reason to whatever results they led. Everything, no matter how beautiful, is only with us for a while. Don't look so worried. Most successful missions are just a series of barely averted disasters. It is amazing what you can accomplish if you do not care who gets the credit. You may be disappointed if you fail, but you are doomed if you don't try. Life is a dream from which we all must wake before we can dream again. Build yourself a life or a career where you can afford to sleep peaceful at night. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. She will always wear her crown, regardless of the hate. If you really want to make an impact, consider the unborn. Peter Ojo. Success or failure in business is caused more by mental attitude even than by mental capabilities. Wisdom comes from experience. Experience is often a result of lack of wisdom. A true friend doesn't have guts. They beat you up and later plead with you to beat them back. A wind that blows aimlessly is no good to anyone. No matter how high your status in life is, you are inferior to death. For this, be humble. If you give up what you want most for what you think you should want more, you'll end up miserable. Fear not the path of truth for the lack of people walking on it. One of the penalties of refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. You are beautiful. Know this. Anyone who tells you otherwise is simply lying. You are beautiful. To be successful, you have to be out there. You have to hit the ground running. You do not write your life with words. You write it with actions. What you think is not important. It is only important what you do. The more ways you can tell a story and paint a picture, the better it is. Life goes on. Get over it. You're still young. It'll get better. Blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you a lie in a vicious effort that you will repeat my lie over and over until it becomes true. Every setback is an opportunity to grow if we take the time to reflect, find out what went wrong, and use our experiences to move forward. Having the courage to stand up for what we believe in is our greatest glory, not winning every battle. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of who you are. Shoot for the moon. Even if you fail, you'll land among the stars. There is something incredibly nostalgic and significant about the annual cascade of autumn leaves. When you walk in distinction, even the photocopying machine can't replicate your unique quality. A rainbow is not afraid of showing its true colors because it knows it is beautiful inside out. Becoming well-known is the most valuable element in the connection process. In practical life, we are compelled to follow what is most probable. In speculative thought, we are compelled to follow truth. Bring up the past only if it will help to build the future, otherwise it's best to be left to sleep. The absurd does not liberate, it binds. It does not authorize all actions. Everything is permitted does not mean that nothing is forbidden. In a time of deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. Whenever I'm feeling down, I always think back on all my goals and get instantly motivated. Head versus heart. A crowded mind leaves no space for a peaceful heart. All paths are present, always, and we can but choose among them. Home is where somebody notices when you are no longer there. There are some choices you can only make once. You can't go back to where you made a choice and then take the other one. The forceps of our minds are clumsy forceps and crush the truth a little in taking hold of it. You're not obligated to win. You're obligated to keep trying, to the best you can do every day. For me, it is far better to grasp the universe as it really is than to persist in delusion, however satisfying and reassuring. No persons are more frequently wrong than those who will not admit they are wrong. Truth is like the sun. You can shut it out for a time, but it ain't going away. Law is made by the winner to preserve victory over the loser. If you care about what you do and work hard at it, there isn't anything you can't do if you want to. Over time, hidden truths morph in the dark soil of deceit into something much worse. You choose how you feel, you choose what you do, you choose who you are. Fantasy is hardly an escape from reality. It's a way of understanding it. Think confidently about what you want, not about the things you fear. It's failure that gives you the proper perspective on success. Even if no salvation should come, I want to be worthy of it at every moment. The beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it away from you. Never hold tightly onto the past because it will only limit your ability to move forward. Don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. The best index to a person's character is how he treats people who can't do him any good and how he treats people who can't fight back. Baseless victimhood is usually the last stage before outright aggression. We live for our time, we do the deeds that change our world today. We are the people of the present, and now is what we say. But better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. Instead of complaining about the problem and blaming others, start finding the solution. If you don't learn to laugh at life, it'll surely kill you, that I know. It's not whether your glass is empty or full, it's what you do with it that really matters. We do not remember days, we remember moments. The richness of life lies in memories we have forgotten. Start by doing what is necessary, then what is possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. Enjoy the limitless bliss consciousness here and now. The reality of you lies much beyond your sensory perceptions and boundaries. Weekends don't count unless you spend them doing something completely pointless. There is no greater sorrow than to recall happiness in times of misery. Do not set aside your happiness. Do not wait to be happy in the future. The best time to be happy is always now. Above all, never think you're not good enough. Never think that. In life, people will take you at your own reckoning. Above all else, guard your heart, for it affects everything else you do. You can believe in whatsoever you like, but the truth remains the truth, no matter how sweet the lie may taste. The truth doesn't always set you free. People prefer to believe prettier, neatly wrapped lies. All shall be done, but it may be harder than you think.